Yo, yo, little bit of TLA action coming at you on Miracle Freaking Monday, and I hope your day's off to an awesome start, as is the week. Just wanted to give a couple updates, couple tips today, because I do have a call with my accountant at 4 p.m. I'd still like to get through some content, power hour at 5 p.m. with Chris, and obviously want to leave you guys in good hands, so we're still gaining momentum while I'm gone in Pittsburgh, which leads me into the first part. So notebook, pen, paper, whatever you need out, even though it's a video, still take some notes. Tomorrow morning, Tuesday the 29th, I believe, I will be leaving for Pittsburgh, and Cassidy, Daviel, Jeremy will be essentially running the office. And a shout out to Davi, leading sales rep this week and last week. Jeremy on the sales report, running his first interviews this week. Cassidy helping out with interviews. Everything counts. So let's just get everything up and running in terms of interviews, your sales, your next promotion. Why not pull it towards yourself? Right now is basically the last push you're going to have of 2019, aside from Thanksgiving week. So if you're not going to go big now, plan out how big you can go during Thanksgiving week. Pull it towards you. Build some momentum in that time, knowing that I'm about to figure out what the trip announcement is. So if you want to win that trip when it comes, I'd suggest making your game plan right now. Second part is, if you don't have your first or second or third or fourth or fifth or 17th interview set up, I would be practicing it a ton. That's one of the skills that is, once you get interviewing down, no one can ever take that back from you. You always have that skill as a platform to get the job that you want or get the promotion you want, whether it's in Vector or outside of it. Interviewing is the platform. It's where it gets you to that next level. So whether it's thinking about what you need to get everything set up, make sure the doors are unlocked for the interview, make sure you're an hour early to the interview and an hour and a half early to training to set everything up. Make sure you have rope and leather. Do you have the PowerPoint? Do you have music playing? Do you have the clipboards properly set up? These are all housekeeping things to take note of, but make a habit every time you run an interview or a training, or even if you're in the office, start thinking like a CEO, like you're the manager. Be my helper, be my equal. Don't be the child running around the office. So think about second personing when you're in the office or when you're coming back to help out. As far as the interview, we want to get those out of the way as soon as possible. Your first one's not meant to be perfect. It's meant to be a school bus fire. So if you can get school bus fire out of the way, progress, you're okay by the fourth or fifth interview, and by the 10th, you're proficient, you're efficient, and you're recruiting people with a good attitude, and you're excited about interviews. That's the point of this process, and I want to get you all there before the new year. As far as training day one goes, last week during TLA, I started talking about the personal story and talking about the day one of training, the welcome talk. So as a reminder, if you want to take notes as we transition from the interview to training, the whole point is to start re-popping fear bubbles. You don't want to plant any. You want to get to know them well, build rapport, make them comfortable in the office, use their name, get to know them well, and that's what's going to keep them around. The whole point of day one is to teach them some good stuff about the competition and make them okay with our prices, show them the manual and show them what a demo looks like, pop the fear bubbles of their family, misconceptions of the schedule, their goals, the fast start, things like that. Appeal to every kind of person, not just the high flyers when you're in training, but your personal story is your chance to really connect, give a background on yourself. Where do you come from? Why should they trust and follow you? And you want to be real. Just share real stories. This is where I come from. This is my role. This is how many sales I have. This is how my family started. This was my job beforehand. And welcome to training. We're really excited to have you here. Day one of training, the whole goal is, can you get them in the mindset of seeing Mac customers? Get them good at the approaches. Even if they're not good and they don't role play a ton, can you let them know the general concepts of why we say what we say, why do we do what we do? Day one of training, it should be a home run. When you get people in front of you, whether you're my sales manager here in Hudson Valley or your own branch or district manager, if someone's in front of you, it should be a foregone conclusion that they will sell. Just follow the scripts that we already have. Training's just like one big demo. Build rapport, build conviction, show off the product, build competitive cutlery, and close. People on names and numbers for PRs, on booking demos with their family and friends and teachers and coaches and all that good stuff. So can you get them to book Mac customers with demos, and can you get them back to day two? You could run the best day one of training in the entire world, and if they don't come to day two, it doesn't matter. If you run the best interview in the entire world, but they don't come back to day one of training, it doesn't matter. This is a good distinction to write down. If you ever run an interview and someone tells you, man, that was a good presentation, that's actually not a good thing, because it was an interview. They need to remember that it's an interview and fall in place. Whilst it should have control and it should be smooth and exciting and positive and alluring, it should still feel like an interview. Just like the training, they should feel like they're getting something out of it. They should feel like they can trust you as the GPS for success, and they have a vision of the goals moving forward. The goal of day one, book Mac customers and get them ready for day two confidently. The goal of day two, launch them knowing how to do the demo for Mac customers and get them to show for advanced training. And the the second part I kind of want to finish today's TLA on is PDI. Every